Hi, welcome to ArizonaShortSaleTips.com. I'm Charlie Allred. We're here to answer the most commonly asked short sale questions that we get asked by our clients every day. So Kelly Smith, one of our realtors, is going to ask the questions.
Hi, Charlie. Anyway, the first question is, what is a short sale?
Okay, so this is the most basic question we get asked every day. A short sale is when a seller owes more on their mortgage than we can sell the home for. So let's say the seller owes $150,000 on their home. We can only sell the home for $100,000. So there's a $50,000 deficiency there, the amount between what they owe and what we can sell the home for. So what we do is we ask the lender to forgive that deficiency, that extra amount, forgive that debt so the seller can move forward with their life and start fresh without this debt following them around.
Sounds like hard work.
It is hard work. That negotiation with the lender is quite hard.
Great. So why would a seller consider doing a short sale?
Well, there are a few reasons. Number one, the seller can't afford their home. What are they going to do? They can't afford their home. They can't continue living the way they're living. So they can't afford their home, number one. Number two, let's say their home goes into foreclosure. So if they have started missing payments, their home goes into foreclosure. That's another reason to do a short sale, to avoid foreclosure. And lastly, if a homeowner has a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. So in Arizona, these were very, very common during the real estate boom. People would take out this home equity line of credit on their home, on their equity in their home, and they basically got a checkbook or a credit card, and they could buy whatever they wanted. They could pay off bills, they could remodel their house. So they have this large debt attached to the home. Now, because that loan wasn't acquired at the purchase of their home, if the home forecloses, that home equity line of credit will follow them. It doesn't dissolve. So during a short sale, we negotiate it, and that home equity line of credit, we get it down. We don't want that debt following you around. We want you to be able to start fresh.
Great. So can you go over the goal of a short sale?
Yep. The goal of a short sale is for the seller to be able to leave the home. They obviously move out because we sold the home, but they leave the home and they're debt-free. We've negotiated that debt to be forgiven so that, again, they can start fresh.
So, Charlie, can you go over the short sale process? I know that some people don't understand the difference between a short sale, a regular sale, or even a foreclosure.
Okay, so a short sale. Here's what happens. The homeowner decides to move forward with a short sale. So the first step is we list the home. So we go out to the homeowner's house, we take photos, we meet with the homeowner, we get all the information we need. Second step is we put the home on the market. So the home is up for sale. It's on the MLS, other realtors can see it, and buyers can see it. Then we find a buyer. Once we find that buyer, that's when the short sale process actually begins. We submit the purchase contract, all the terms to the seller's lender, and then we negotiate the short sale. So the negotiation is really the waiting period. We negotiate the short sale, we figure out the terms, the buyer's waiting to make sure it's approved, then we get the approval letter. So all the terms are approved by the seller's lender, and we can move forward. At that point, it becomes pretty much like a regular sale. The buyer completes their inspections, and they move forward with their loan. Then the buyer closes, they own the home, and the short sale is complete.
Charlie, does the seller's lender always forgive the whole debt?
Not necessarily. But like I said in the short sale process, when we get that approval letter from the lender, the seller has the right to move forward or not. They can either be happy with those terms and move forward, or they can then let the home foreclose. So those are usually the options. And usually we negotiate that debt down to either zero or so little that most sellers want to be finished with their home, and again, want to have that debt forgiven and or negotiated down so low that they're able to deal with it.
So, Charlie, what is the tax liability of a short sale?
Okay, so back to what is a short sale. When we had that home that was worth $100,000, the seller owed $150,000, so there's a $50,000 deficiency. We talked about that. So the seller will receive what's called a 1099-C for that deficiency amount. It's cancellation of debt. So whatever debt is forgiven is the amount that they'll get that 1099-C for. Now, that 1099-C is not always taxable. So the two cases where it's non-taxable is if the home is your primary residence, so if you've lived there, then that 1099-C becomes non-taxable. And number two, if you can claim that you are insolvent, meaning you have less assets than debts. Your debts are bigger than your assets. Now, these are the two most common reasons that it becomes non-taxable. Now, insolvency is usually used in a case of investors who own a home and they never lived there. And obviously, primary residence would be if you lived in the home.
Great. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.